ordered a product, and it's interesting because with eBay, it's always been famous for, it's like a game of roulette. It's like, will I get what I ordered? Will I get it at all? What am I going to get? What condition is it going to be in? How much did they lie in the ad? And how bad a seller are they? And it's hard to tell unless they have a ton of negatives. Then that's like your first alert if you look at their, reviews. Because there's some scammy buyers that will give you negative reviews, and so it's hard to kind of tell. But I mean, I saw there was one guy years ago that was selling stuff. I don't know what happened. Maybe he went in the hospital or the guy died or something. But this guy had like thousands of negatives back to back to back, and he was selling like CDs or something. And it was like, how is this guy still even selling on eBay? But like I say, he could have been in a hospital and all that stuff was never shipped or whatever. Who knows? But so it's kind of hard to tell. But usually if they have a lot of sales behind them, uh, no matter how long they've been on there, whether they've been on there 25 years or a year, it usually is like your first clue that, hey, this person's been around for a little while, and I could probably trust them. You know. Now this seller, okay, on eBay has all these reviews. Now, not every sale you get a review from the customer. Some are bought on the guest thing, which was kind of a new thing done after the early 2000s, where like if you were banned off eBay, you could just go in there and buy stuff still without being banned off the whole site and just go as a guest. And then it was really hard to get to leave feedback or anything or get a return or anything, so it was kind of a risk. But you got what you wanted. Um, and so anyway, this guy may have had you know, a million sales on there, and that's all the feedbacks he's got. But that's a lot of feedbacks, And then it says 97.5% positive feedback, which, I mean, that's out of like your total, like in the last year, the 6 months, 3 months, and 30-day thing. Um, and if you're selling a ton of stuff, it kind of overrides a lot of the negatives. But mainly, I kind of check out to see how many negatives they got in 30 days. And unfortunately, this guy, has got, you know, I think it's like 6 negatives in like 30 days. And that's kind of creepy. I just figured he's all right kind of guy. And I thought it was the same guy I ordered from before, because I have had this one bottle and I use a ton of printer ink. There's probably nobody like me that uses as much printer ink. Okay, and I love this product. There's a one that's sold that's a permanent ink, and then one that's regular. And I really need to get the regular because I have trouble with clogging on that permanent ink. Um, just using a regular printer instead of a big giant commercial printer, where they require that little sediment that's in there, whatever that is they put in there. It's like an extra pigment powder or something, but it tends to clog stuff up a lot. But it's really great because it's permanent and it's excellent when you're doing people's business cards or flyers or something. So when the water hits it, it doesn't just run all over. And it comes out really crisp and clean. So I really like to use my permanent stuff for my business cards. But anyway, so I ordered this. And the ad says, let's see if we can get this thing to rock and roll. Refill black ink for all HP inkjet printer cartridge, 250 milliliter plus syringe. And then it says, okay, so it's condition new, not used. You can buy one for $10.99, buy two for $10.02 each, or you can buy three for $9.80, four more at $9.58 each. And it says more than 10 available. 408 sold. See feedback. $10.89 each. And free shipping and returns. Okay. So the only thing about this seller is I feel like they just put a fake tracking number in and didn't quite ship it out because it wasn't reading. Now, the post office is problematic. I just had some weird stuff lately with media mail and stuff, and I took like 3 or 4 orders down all at once, and they're going all different places, and one was like local, and it took 2 weeks for a local one shipped out of the local post office because they shipped it to Jacksonville, Florida, and then all the way out to Pensacola, all the way out the other way. They sent it east, and then they sent it west, and then they finally decided to deliver a few days later. That was like totally confusing. Reminds me so much of Destin Post Office because that's a real screwball mess. But anyway, so I was really excited because I really like this product. I could have got one cheaper, but the one I have is like exactly in this bottle is really good stuff. And then they say they send you the little bit, which those you can use those all day long. They are really handy items, those little syringe things for your ink. I used to have a ton of them, but they break after a while. And so I got, they sent the little extra thing, and I finally got it. They sent this huge drill bit thing. And I mean, it's huge. I've never used one quite that big to put a hole in a cartridge. And maybe it'll work better, but maybe it won't. I don't know. It's just gigantic. I have a little thin one that I use, but I mean, it is huge. But don't think I won't have a use for it some way, somehow. Because if I don't use it for that, and I'll use it for this, I'm just afraid that's just entirely too big. Because this printer, it's like a $500 printer. It's got thin cartridges, like a I can't think of the other printer name that I really can't stand. The Lexus is the worst, but there's another one I really don't care about. I think it's Canon. I'm not real thrilled about it. But anyway, so I got my little needle thing. Unfortunately, there was no cover for it because you really need a cover for it when you go to put it away. It keeps it from poking through the Ziploc bag that I like to put it in because I put all my colors separate and I don't mix them. But anyway, so that was nice. I got that. But the problem is, the original ad, they changed it a little bit because they got in trouble over this ad. The original ad said 10 ounce. Now, this is another reason why I Xerox all my orders. As soon as I make a sale, I Xerox that page. It shows the picture, the item, the description, everything. And I do it twice, and then I send a copy of that with the customer's product that I ship out. So they know where it came from, and maybe they'll come back and give me a good feedback. And I like them to know that, they got their order. They might have ordered ink from 4 different places and then claim they never got mine. So it's better for me to, leave a copy, like a receipt type thing in their package. So this had originally said 10 ounce. And so they've changed it to 250 milliliter. And this was definitely not 10 ounce. 250 milliliter is like 8.75 ounce. So it's supposed to match the picture, okay? And it's supposed to match its description. Even before you go down into the description box, it's all 3 of them got to match. Your title, your picture, and your description box. And so I got this. Oops. Let me see if I can zoom this back out. So I get this, which says 250 milliliter, which was not what was originally on the ad because they've modified it. They still haven't changed the picture though. And it even says right here, the listing below has been updated by the seller, but you can see the item you purchased. And uh, 250 milliliter, and this says premium dye ink, refill ink. And I'm not really sure what they mean by premium dye ink. And then it's done by BK Black Discount Ink. And it's an entirely different bottle. Now, I do like this bottle top. It's okay. As long as the syringe thing will fit in it. Let's see if they come up with something different. See, 10 ounce. So, yeah. So it's a shame. See, they still haven't changed the picture, but it says it's been updated too, so they partially changed it. But anyway, so what I got was not 10 ounces, it was 8.75. And so I contacted eBay and I said, look, I said, you know, what should I do? You know, the seller hasn't answered me. I sent a message to the seller a couple times. They didn't answer me. They pissed me off. I left them bad feedback. It's like, dude, you know, I mean, maybe they had somebody helping them pack stuff and they packed the wrong thing or whatever, you know, or they're going to send me another one. Who knows? But answer me, you know. I don't care how many customers you have. If you can't handle it, then you need to cut back because you should really respond to your customers. We're the ones that keep you in business, and you should be grateful for every purchase that you get. I am. I'm extremely grateful down to the penny. Um, so, and you know, I'm going to make sure that this ink is the right ink because see, now I'm going to have to look on the internet to see what this ink exactly is because it may not work in my printer. Um, and it may not be what I wanted. But then again, it could be better than what is in the ad. I don't know yet. But anyway, so what they sold me was the wrong product. It's not even what's in the picture, and it was too small for what I had ordered. So I ordered 10 ounce. They sent me 8.75, and that makes me mad because you know when you order from the Orient and stuff, they do that a lot, and it's just a living nightmare because it'll take 90 days for you to ship it back to them, and it take another 90 days for them to answer, and it's just like total waste of time. So after a couple days, you know, eBay has a really strict policy now, where they didn't years ago, and it's like you better get what you ordered. Okay, so the pictures and the description and everything needs to match. Um, and I mean, this one was so far off. It was like, dude, jip me, man. You know, the biggest problem was being shorted. You know, I'm okay if it's the same ink. It's just, why did you short me and charge me the money for a bigger product you didn't ship? You know, and you wouldn't respond to me. I mean, they could have said, hey, whoops, accident. You know, I had my grandbaby helping me pack orders or something, you know, or that's all I had available. And I should have sent you a message before I shipped it. And I could have give you a partial refund or something. What would make you happy? You know what I mean? Um, but then again, you learn from the negatives. Um, that's what Elon Musk says. He doesn't care about the good reviews. He goes after the bad ones. And he says that's how he improves, which is interesting. So anyway, I had contacted eBay and they were real nice and they said, yeah, we're real strict on that policy. And I said, so what do I do? And they said, well, go here, click on this, do that. And I said, okay. And they said, and then you know, it'll all be kind of automatic. And I went, okay. And so, you know, in the old days, you used to have to pay to ship the stuff back. And then you only got refunded one time for shipping and the product. So it like cost you money to get a refund for something that somebody sent you that was junk. Um, but now they've changed a lot of that. So usually they'll, you know, send you a thing for a shipping label return that comes out of the seller, and then you return it. Now the seller does have an option. They can give you 100% refund for your original shipping and handling and your uh, cost of your item. Or if they get some junk back from the buyer, which this is a good defense too, finally, if they get some, you know, say your buyer sends you some junk back, you know, a rock, or and that's not what they ordered, and or they send you a, you know, a really nice formal gown back that's obviously been used and there's spaghetti sauce down the front of it or something, or they try to put it in the washer before they sent it back and shrunk it all up or whatever they did, or part of the item's missing, or they didn't pack it right and it broke, and that's where pictures come in. So when I filed my claim, I had to take pictures and I had to state my case, which was it didn't match the picture, it didn't match the description, it didn't match the amount, and I'm not really sure what they sent me. So I 100% all the way around didn't get what I paid for. You know, it'd been different. It was just a different label. I wouldn't have sweated it so bad. I would have said, hey, dude, you need to change your picture because it's a different product. And is this the same as that product that was in the picture? And I'm cool with it, you know. But that's not what happened here. So anyway, but that seller has an option to refund it half if you return some stuff to them that's not right. Okay. So they can automatically take half and give it to you, and it's over with, and eBay, you know, lets it go. So here's what's interesting. I was never sent a thing to send the item back. Okay. And uh you know, it's been like a week, and but then all of a sudden a couple days later I never received a response from the person. I left them a really honest feedback, um and which didn't do much good because, you know, they didn't answer me or anything. And then I got a half off refund, and I'm like, why did I get a half off refund? I mean, the seller could have said, hey, look, I'm going to give you half off, just keep the product, don't worry about shipping it back. And but no, they didn't send me any conversation whatsoever. It didn't say anything on the thing like return this item, or we're gonna, you know, comp you the item and give you half a refund too, or whatever. Nothing. Just I got a half off. And I thought, oh man, this is just crappy. Um, and maybe that looks good with eBay that you like solved the case before they had to handle it. Because if they have to handle the case, it's not good. It'll really mess you up for your ratings with eBay as a seller. And eBay and Amazon are real strict about, you know, screw ups. You only get so many, and the party's over. And here's a guy that's got a guy or girl, I guess, a ton of reviews, and who knows how much they actually sold. I'm sure they sold tons and tons. And let's see, they sold 408 of this product alone. You should know by now. You should know by now to fix it. Um, so I contacted eBay today because I didn't want to use it because I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to ship it back, and I sure didn't want to, you know, disrespect the seller by using it and then shipping it back. I wanted to leave it as is and see what I needed to do, you know, and be honest about the whole thing. Um, and so eBay said, well, let me look at it. And I said, it's strange because they gave me like half off, and I'm not sure, you know, how this goes. So they filled me in, and I said, because the picture didn't match, and the title description didn't match, and nothing matched, and basically it was ripped off. Um, that it was 100% refund. because I sent all my pictures in and I made my statement, which was pretty easy. Title didn't match, picture didn't match, and product didn't match, in size and all that. It's sort of like ordering, an SUV and you get a VW. I mean, it's kind of obvious, It's two different things. So they were real nice about it. It was a real quick call to eBay, and they're servicing, I guess, 24 hours, 7 days a week now, because you can get a hold of them every day. So uh, they said we'll take care of that. They said they can't give you just half off, and I said, well, the seller hasn't responded to me or anything. I mean, I'm cool with half off, and I keep the product if it's a usable product. I'm cool. If it's just simple screw up or who knows, as long as it's ink, I'm good. I just need some ink. I got to print off my website right now, real bad, before I make the new one. But anyway, so, um, she looks it over and she's, oh no, you get shipping and you get refund for the full item, and you don't need to ship it back because it's against eBay policy, because it was, wrong in the picture, wrong in the title description, and wrong in the description. So that's what I got. So I got half a refund at first. eBay turned around and refunded the other half. And then they told me that I got to just keep the product. So you guys better be careful what you're selling on eBay. Check your ads. Check your ads. Make sure everything's right. Every single word, or it's better you leave words out, because um, they're really strict. They're really, really strict. It's got to be word for word, picture for picture, title has got to be exactly right. And please stop putting pictures in with a million other items that you're not selling with it. You know, because buyers, some of them just look at pictures, don't read nothing, and they get mad when you have all this other stuff, in the background with this item, and they think they get all that. There's a girl on Etsy that does shoes, and she's got fur coats and ribbons and all kinds of weird crap laying around. And then sometimes she'll lay a T-shirt by it, like she's going to promote her T-shirts too, and all that. And the ad is only for a pair of shoes. And so you really mess people up. If you want to show measurement, use a ruler. Literally take the picture with a ruler in the picture, because when you put all this other stuff with it, it's really bad business. They're not getting the shirt with it. They're not getting the fur coat and all those ribbons. It's very distracting, especially when they're laid all over. And it's like you're trying to make pretty pictures. Just show a picture of the darn product. See this guy here? All I got is a picture of a bottle and a syringe. Nothing else. Nice white background, you know? And so I'm assuming that's what I'm supposed to get in the picture, which I really kind of didn't. But all the way around. I think the only thing that matched the picture was this. But anyway, it's okay. Because, this is even green. Maybe that's a free gift. I don't know what that is. And this has no cover. I hate that part. But anyway, it's okay. It is virtually a good deal. I'm hoping this ink will be usable. I have to research it now. But uh, sellers, you better get your act together and get your ads right, and always check them. Every time you renew, make a price change. I do price changes daily because I want the stuff sold. I can't keep paying to house it. I'm losing money. And I always look through my ad to see if I got any mistakes. Um, and you know, it's just super important because it'll catch you on it. And then what's going to happen is they're going to refund that buyer, and the buyer gets to keep the product. Do be in touch with your buyer and talk to them. Whether they sent you a message first or you want to send a message Find out before it gets bad, before you get bad feedback, um, because it's going to scare other people away when they want to buy. You know, I mean, if you're that big of an idiot that you're shipping stuff wrong all the time or whatever your problem seems to be, um, then you just asked for all that negativity. And it's going to cost you when they kill your store. eBay and Amazon are top sellers. And it's really hard now to sell on eBay and Amazon. eBay, you really have to work at it. You have to list every day, or they're just going to blindside your store, and and you won't get any views. But anyway, and views really are nothing. Sales is what's key. You can have 1,000 views on an item. The problem is, when are they going to buy? That's what you want, the buyer. I don't care if I get 2 views, 1,000 views. I need buyers. So anyway, there you have it, and that's how the ball rolls. You know, remember the customer has to send pictures and everything else and put up their claim, but eBay's real strict on it now. It better be what is listed, and I got nothing close to what was exactly listed. Um, and You know, the eBay will pull the ad or the request that the seller modifies the ad or whatever. But if they continue to get feedbacks and reports on it, they'll kill the ad. Eventually, they'll just kill their store. And this person's got a huge amount of sales, and they maybe triple what that number is for the reviews. But that's a lot of sales. Um, don't think you're going to be top of the heap forever, because you won't be. Um, you got to work at it. You got to keep that good name. So anyway, we'll see if this is going to be a go or a no. If I research it and it's not going to work for me, then maybe I'll just resell it on eBay. But this drill bit, I can't believe how big this drill bit is. It's huge. Because those little cartridges are only about that wide. They're a little tiny. They're different than the old ones. It probably worked good on the old ones, I suppose. But anyway, hope you guys have a great day. And I hope you have a very nice, profitable week. And a lot of happy things come to you. And it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's so pretty outside. So I will talk to you later. May you have super good sales. Love to you. Do something kind for a stranger.